Hi friends, welcome to this week's installment of Ask Us Anything, and this week our new associate pastor for youth, Brad Isaak, is here. We are on my porch this morning, and we are going to throw some questions at him that you all have posted on social media or emailed in. So you ready to rock and roll?
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. First things first. Dodgers or Giants?
Giants, all the way. Born and raised. One of my favorite sports teams. But I get the contention here, and it's not our year. But
yeah, but at least when we make it to the World Series, we tend to win.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
What is your favorite scripture and why?
It would be hard, but I think the whole prologue to John's gospel and the incarnation, the fact that God came to be here with us, and I spent a couple years writing a thesis on that in different ways. So
yeah,
probably that.
It's good. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Thoughtful, humorous, bold.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good. I would agree with that.
Sounds like a coffee.
What was the last show you binge watched?
The last show I binge watched, I guess you can say, the Great British Baking Show with Delilah, my wife. Yeah, so probably that.
Cute.
Even though it's weekly installments now, so hard to binge watch. Yeah.
Are you? So this is a 2-parter. Are you an introvert or
an extrovert?
Okay, extrovert. And what's your Enneagram number?
My Enneagram number, when the last time I took it and cared, was an ENFJ, but a lot of mine are very close. Mine are close. So my J and P are close, and my T and F are close. So
that's Myers-Briggs. How about Enneagram?
Oh, Enneagram, type 3.
There
Achiever.
we go.
Yep.
Achiever.
Wing 2.
Yeah, there we go. How about this one? If we were to start up your car, what would we hear coming through the sound system?
So you would probably hear an audiobook of some sort. I like to listen to a lot of classic literature. So
what is your favorite book?
Lord of the Rings, for sure.
The whole series?
The main book was supposed to come out as one book, and they only broke it up.
So
So just
See
the one.
that
That's right.
Nerdy qualification
That's right.
there? That's really good.
Yep.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I said in the interviewing process, the most recent movie that I've loved is Baby Driver, which is an awesome, super, super cool movie.
The soundtrack for that is
it's
fantastic.
incredible. It's great, and the whole movie is the soundtrack. So highly recommend that.
Well, on the topic of music, favorite musical artist?
It would be difficult for me. Most of my music that I've listened to in the last 10 years has come as I've studied. So a lot of instrumental stuff. So I picked up a couple DJs when they were young, and then they got big.
Okay.
So that was my thing. So a guy named Kygo, who's now a major dude. I picked him up when he was 15 over in Europe, and so now I'm cool because of that. Yeah. So I got him in
DJs before they
were
cool.
Get him in that garage band phase with the DJs. So yeah. With that, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a favorite hymn?
Ooh, Great Is Thy Faithfulness.
Oh.
Yep. Sang that at my grandfather's graveside, and with the 4-part Mennonite deal. Oh yeah, all time.
Good. That's good. Do you know the number for that one?
No, I don't. That's good.
I don't.
I was gonna guess 104, but I have no idea if that's right.
So doxology 60 something.
I can't.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What number is the
doxology?
doxology?
Know in the comments. No looking it up.
If you were to travel anywhere in the world, money's not an option, or money's not a factor, with Delilah.
Yeah, it's tough. I think I'd like to go to Europe. I'm well read, but not well traveled. I would really, really like to go to Europe, and I think it's tough. I'd probably like to visit Oxford. Is where I'd like to go more than anywhere else. Yeah.
There we go.
If I had a weekend away.
Very good. we alluded to this earlier, but tell us where Rohan's name comes from.
So Rohan's name comes in part from a Lord of the Rings reference. It's not to a character, but it's to a people group. And so it's a fictitious language that way, but Rohan is actually a major name in different cultures. So in India, it's like top 10 boy's name, and then it's like an old Celtic name, and it means the one who ascends. So as the theological bit.
There we go.
I enjoy that quite.
There we go. Very good. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of a big one.
Okay.
And
All
we'll end on this one. What would your message of hope or of Jesus be to young people who are bearing a pretty unique burden during this time of COVID and isolation? What would be your message to any of them who are listening today?
So I think that this comes from having watched 2020's graduating class, went through that process with seniors, seen students get baptized during this time in backyard pools, but also just seen a lot of people lose friendships and lose sports seasons and senior recitals and all that. And I think for me, one of the things that I've noticed resonating with students that I just pass on as something that seems to be resonating is this thing. Actually, we talked about it this week in youth group. There's this beautiful story where Jacob, this runaway kid whose life is falling apart, is in the middle of absolutely nowhere, doesn't know anyone, falls asleep with a rock for a pillow, and has a dream where God comes to him and shows him, hey, wherever you are, know that where I am from heaven, I'm reaching down, connecting to you. And he wakes up and he comes to this realization. He says, surely God was in this place and I did not know. I was not aware of it. And so for students, I think that there's this sense that I just try and pass on opportunities to reach out and to see our lives in a new way and to recognize God is present with us in different ways. And then when we recognize that, we can be present to each other, and that becomes another way. So that's sort of the big thing that we've been working on, and just uncovering layers and layers and layers of this to fight the layers of isolation. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, I lied. One more.
Okay, go for it.
If you could swim in a pool filled with anything,
okay,
what would it be?
It's very specific. It's very
Good.
specific. So this is like an Ask Me Anything like classic. So I've lined up my answer.
Good.
It would be the Nickelodeon slime from the 90s.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
There
That
we
like
go.
it would get people would get slimed, and it was like at the schoolyards, nobody knew
love
what
it.
it was.
Yeah.
So it would be that.
There we go. I think that's the first time I've heard that answer.
It's pretty specific, but honestly, I just that'd be an all-timer right there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sending in your questions. It's been a blast getting to know Brad a little bit more in this way, and I invite you also, anyone who's watching this, to reach out to Brad and continue to get to know him as he continues the process of transitioning in and getting to know and love our church. And be on the lookout for our next installment of this next week with Pastor Jamie. So be thinking of questions that you have always wanted to ask her. Have a great day. Peace.